Hello everyone, welcome back to your English class once again. Dear students, we'll continue with the explanation of Unit-9, A Rare Species of Uncle by Whitaker. Dear students, this is my second video of this lesson. During our stay, we always hoped that Salim Mamu would be away in some jungle or mountain or desert. And he often was. We loved to play hide and seek with our cousins, and Salim Mamu did not like noise when he was working. But what is the fun of hide and seek if you cannot yell and shriek? When he came up the steps to shout, "Keep quiet," we would all dive under the beds in fright. However, our nervous giggles would soon give us away. Now, here in this paragraph, Zay Whitaker is telling about her childhood memories that during their stay in their nanny's house, they always hoped that Salim Mamu would be away in some jungle or on mountains or in some desert place, and he often used to be there. Um, Zay Whitaker is also saying that they loved to play hide and seek with their cousins, and Salim Mamu did not like noise. So whenever he was working, he did not like noise. But Zay Whitaker is saying that what is the use of playing hide and seek if we can't yell and shriek, if we can't make noise while playing? What is the fun in playing if we keep quiet while playing? And further, she says that when her mamu used to come to shout them and tell them not to make noise, they all used to dive under the beds in fright. What is the meaning of dive under? Dive means jump in a certain direction. Here they are using this word dive in a very humorous way, that they used to jump in, like they were frightened, as they were frightened to see Mamu. They used to jump, and however their nervous giggles used to soon give them away. What is the meaning of give us away? Give us away means to show or tell someone something that one wants to keep secret. But we, on the other hand, had to put up with the noise of his typewriter at 5 in the morning. Clack, clack, clack. There were no silent computers then, and he typed most of his books himself. When I see his book of Indian birds, I still grumble to myself. It really robbed us of our sleep. Now, here in this paragraph, Zay Whitaker is telling us about her Salim Mamu, that though he did not like noise when he was working, but he himself used to make the noise from his typewriter till 5 in the morning. At that time, Zay Whitaker is saying that at that time um, there was no silent computers, and most of the books which her mamu wrote, he typed himself. And further, she is saying that whenever she sees his book, the Indian birds, book of Indian birds, she grumbles. What is the meaning of grumble? She grumble means complain about something or someone. She complains to herself that that book has robbed them their sleeps. What is the meaning of robbed us of our sleeps? Did not allow someone to sleep. She says, she is saying in this line that whenever she looks at that book, she complains to herself, she says to herself that this book had taken away our sleep. Luckily for us noisy children, Salim Mamu loved young people. We certainly used to scold us. Sorry, he certainly used to scold us. But the next minute, he would catch our necks with his walking stick and make a funny face. There was always laughter when he was around, and his was the loudest and most croaky. Once, my cousin and I decided to bake a cake for him on his birthday. It came out looking like a small rocky hill. However, we carried it proudly to the table, and the 62-year-old birthday boy was asked to cut it. After a short struggle, the cake fell on the floor. Now, here in this paragraph, Zay Whitaker is saying, luckily, that they were the noisy children. But Salim Mamu loved young people, and he he used to scold them if when they used to make noise. But in the next minute, he would catch their necks with his walking stick. As you all must have seen walking sticks of old grandparents or someone, the curves which are made on the walking sticks, he used to hold their necks with that walking stick, with the curve of that walking stick of his, and he used to make funny faces in this next moment. And further, she says that there was laughter when he was around. There was always laughter when he was around, and he was the loudest person. He was the one who used to laugh the loudest. Croaky means deep and rough, like frogs. His voice was very croaky. She is saying, and further she is saying that once she and her cousin decided to bake a cake for Salim Mamu on his birthday, and she is saying that that cake, that small cake, turned out like a hill, and they proudly carried it to the table. And the birthday boy, who was 62-year old at the time, he was asked to cut the cake, but after some time, after a few minutes or some, it fell on the floor with a thud sound. Salim Mamu sprang back and peered at the cake. Strange, he said. It didn't break. Quick, lucky it didn't fall on my foot. Now, here, making fun of the cake, Salim Mamu sprang back, means he jumped back as if he was afraid that that this cake would hurt him, or this cake would fall on him, and he had a close look of that cake, and he said, strange that this cake didn't break even after falling on the ground. And he said that I'm lucky that it didn't fall on my foot, or else it would have hurted me. In this line, actually, the cake which was, according to Salim Mamu, it didn't break, and he meant to say that it was so hard that it could have hurted his foot. He was in a way making fun of the cake. Now let's read further. Wherever he was, Salim Mamu always had a small army of followers, many of them children interested in wildlife. Because of him, many people in our family also became interested in natural history and conservation. I have many memories of Salim Mamu binoculars round his neck, surrounded by little white bird watchers, mouth open, staring into space. Now, here in this paragraph, Zay Whitaker is saying that wherever he was, Salim Mamu was um, always followed by many little children and many followers who were interested in wildlife. And she also says that Because of him, her family has also become interested in natural history and conservation. What is the meaning of conservation? Conservation means protection of the natural environment. She is saying that her family, because of Salim Mamu, her family has also become interested in conservation, in protection of the natural environment. And she says that she has many memories of Salim Mamu having binoculars around his neck, surrounded by little bird watchers with their mouth open, staring into space. But most of all, I remember the joy on his face when he was looking at a bird. I did not have to be a rare or colorful one. It did not have to be a rare or colorful one. Even a bee eater or drongo brought a special light to his wrinkled, sunburnt face. Bird watching was his life. Adapted from Salim Ali for Schools by Zay Whitaker. Now, in this paragraph, it's being said that though she has many memories of Salim Mamu, but the one she remembers the most is the time when Salim Mamu was looking at a bird. She is saying that it was not necessary that the bird was very rare one or colorful one. She is saying that even a bee eater or a drongo. What is the meaning of drongo? A shiny black bird with a long tail. Even a drongo or a bee eater would also bring special light to his wrinkled, sunburnt face. And she says at the end that bird was watching was his life. Dear students, this lesson is adapted from Salim Ali for Schools by Zay Whitaker. That's all for today. Thank you and have a good day.